Hello everyone, welcome you all to today's class. So today's agenda is to solve some questions. So already we have covered the basics of vector algebra and also we have studied product of two vectors in which we have covered dot product of two vectors and cross product of two vectors. Now it is the time to solve some questions. Yeah, so apply the concepts which we already have studied. So let's begin the class. Yeah, so let me just hide the video panel so that we can get the full screen. Yeah, so questions based on vector algebra. So here we need to study. Yes, we will be covering specifically subjective questions, questions carrying 2 and 3 marks. Okay, so we are not, is there till now we have not got questions carrying 6 marks in board exam. And this year we have questions carrying 1 marker, 2, 3 and 5 marker questions. So we do not have 4 and 6 marker questions in 2021 board exam. Okay, so let's focus on some questions which may be which may come in 2 or 3 marks in board exam. So let's begin the class. Yeah, so first question is, yeah, the first question is find the projection of vector A I minus 3k and B vector 3i plus j minus 4k. Okay, now let me start with first question, solution 1. So we are given A vector is I minus 3k, B vector is 3i plus j minus 4k. Okay, now projection of A vector on B vector is given by what? A dot B divided by magnitude of B. Okay, so now A dot B you can find out this vector dot this vector. So when you take dot product, you write like A1 into A2 plus B1 into B2 plus C1 into C2. So it means 1 into 3, then 0 into 1, 0 minus 3 into minus 4, 12, then magnitude of B, as you know, it is 9 plus 1 plus 16. Okay, so it is 15 divided by under root 26. Okay, so that is the answer. Okay, so here I want to just tell you, so in case you are given projection vector, okay, if it is simply projection of an A on B, that is you are writing here A dot B divided by magnitude of B. If the question is projection vector of A on B, so we would have taken, so this is magnitude of the projection vector. See, if you have, suppose, yeah, so you are given, this is vector B, okay, this is vector A. Now, if I drop this perpendicular, it may be, I may write like this, A, B, C. Okay, now this, if it is M, so M is the length of the projection vector. Okay, length of AM is projection of A on B. But if it is projection vector of A on B, it means the projection vector, I mean vector along the direction of B whose magnitude is AM. So this gives you magnitude of the projection. So if it is simply projection of A on B, this is the answer. If the question is projection vector of A on B, so we would have taken first, if it is projection vector, the answer would be 15 by under root 26 multiplied by B cap. I mean unit vector along B vector. Okay. So now here, since we are given projection of A on B, we have to keep the answer like this. So if it is projection vector of A on vector B, then it would be 15 by under root 26 multiplied by B cap. Okay, now coming to question number 2. Find a vector in the direction of 2i minus 3j plus 6k which has magnitude 21 units. That means let us take this vector, let the vector which is given to us 2i minus 3j plus 6k. Okay, the required vector has magnitude 21. Okay, the required vector has magnitude 21 units and direction is along the vector A. Okay, so this gives us direction of the required vector. So here in this case, the required vector would be what? Required vector is, it should be 21 into A cap. Okay, because A cap gives you, this unit vector gives you direction of the vector which is along A vector, I mean given vector, and this is magnitude. Okay, so it means 21, A cap means A vector by magnitude of A. Okay, so you can take 21 into A vector is your 2i minus 3j plus 6k. And what is the magnitude of vector? You can take here under root, it is 4 plus 9 plus 36. Okay, so you are getting your 7. 21 by 7 is 3, means your answer is 3 times this. So it is 6i minus 9j plus 18k. Okay, so is it clear? So let's go to the next question. So this is your question number 3 and question number 4. Okay, so this is, you see, so this question may come in 2 marks. Find angle between the vectors A and B such that magnitude of A is 2, magnitude of B root 7 and magnitude of A cross B equal to 1. And in fourth question it is given, find angle theta between the vectors A and B. Okay, so whenever you know angle between A and B is theta, you have two things. One is, as you know, sine theta equal to A cross B, magnitude of A cross B divided by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. And also you know cos theta equal to, so A dot B divided by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. Okay, so now which formula to be used in which question? Okay, so now in first question, already we are given A cross B, right? Magnitude of A, magnitude of B. So that means for third question, so the right choice of the formula should be like sine theta. And in fourth question, you can see find angle theta between the vectors A and B, right? So here, so I think this would be appropriate, getting cos theta equal to this, because if you take sin theta, the calculation may be lengthier, right? It's not wrong. If you use sin theta equal to A cross B magnitude divided by magnitude of A into magnitude of B, it is also correct. But you will take more time there. So for fourth question, it would be easier if you use dot product. Okay, so let's take this. Question number 3. So solution 3 is, so you can write theta is angle between, yeah, so let theta is angle between A and B. So you can use sin theta here. Sin theta is magnitude of A cross B divided by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. Okay, the magnitude of A and A cross B is 1, and here we are given 2 into root 7. Okay, so it means theta equal to sine inverse 1 by 2 root 7. Okay, that's it. So angle between two vectors will be like this. Now solution 4. Find theta, I mean angle theta between the vectors A and B. So here already we are given theta. So we can start directly. Cos theta equal to A dot B divided by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. So A dot B, you can say 1 into 1, 1 into minus 1, minus 1 into 1. Okay, A dot B, then magnitude of A under root 3, magnitude of B under root 3. So it means we are getting minus 1 by 3. Okay, so here theta equal to cos inverse minus 1 by 3. So this is angle between the given vectors A and B. Is it clear? So in one case we are using sin theta, so you have to be wise which formula to be used where, right? So that you can save time and you can have less complications in calculations also. Okay, next question number 5. Find unit vector perpendicular to each of the vectors A plus 2B and 2A plus B, where A is given by this, B is given by this. Okay, so unit vector perpendicular to each of the vectors this and this. So one of the applications of cross product, as we have studied, so it means A cross B is the vector which is perpendicular to both A and B. So it means if you have to find a vector which is perpendicular to both A and B, that vector will be A cross B. So here we are given unit vector perpendicular to both the vectors. That means if you have to find unit vector perpendicular to both A and B, that would be A cross B by magnitude of A cross B. Okay, so this is what unit vector perpendicular to both A and B. So this is the concept we need to use here. So A plus 2B, 2A plus B. Okay, so we are having these two vectors. So step 1, we will be getting what is A plus 2B. So A plus 2B, let it be C vector. That is equal to A means here it is 3I plus 2J, I hope this is plus 2K, yeah, A plus 2 into B, I plus 2J minus 2K. Okay, so here you have 3i plus 2i, 5i cap, 2j plus 4j cap, or 2j, 4j, sorry, 6j cap. Okay, then 2k minus 4k, minus 2k cap. Okay, so here a plus 2b, that is 5i cap plus 6j cap minus 2k cap. Now next one is 2a vector plus b vector. Let it be d vector. Okay, so that is 2a means twice of this 6i plus 4j plus 4k cap, plus b vector means I cap 2j cap minus 2k cap. So here you are getting what? 6i, uh, yeah, so here 2a plus b, yeah, done. 2a means 6i, 4j 4k, yeah, and d vector is I cap 6i plus I, 7i cap 4j plus 2j, 6j cap 4k minus 2k plus 2k cap. Yeah, so let's check the calculation. 5, 2a, 3i, yeah, done. Now CD vector. So we want what? Unit vector perpendicular to each of the vectors C and D. The unit vector perpendicular to both A and B is like this. A cross B by magnitude of A cross B. So it means we need C cross D here first. So find C cross D. So you know, see how to get C cross D? I, J, K. Now, yeah, C vector 5, 6 minus 2, 5, 6 minus 2. D vector is 7, 6, 2. Yeah, determinant of the. Okay, so now let's calculate. So so it is here 12 plus 12, 24 minus j. Yes, so you can take 10. Yes, you can have 10 plus 14. Okay, 24j, and plus k cap 30 minus 42. 30 minus 42. So you are having 24i minus 24j, yeah, minus 12k. Okay, 30 minus 42. Yeah, 30 minus 42. Okay, this is C cross D. Now C cross D, so unit vector perpendicular to C and D is C cross D by magnitude of this. C cross D divided by magnitude of C cross D. Okay, then you can take here 24i. So you can just make it a bit simpler also. Yeah, you can write here 24. If I take common 24, I minus, I to take 24. I can take 12. So let me write the whole thing here. 24i. Okay, let me just check. Okay, yeah. So we have 24i minus 24j minus 12k. Okay, in the denominator you have under root 576 plus 576 plus 144. Okay. Okay, so one more line. So it means we can take 12 common here. Then you have 2i minus 2j minus k. And in the denominator, what can be taken common? 576. Yeah, so here 24, if I take 24, 526. Yeah, so I can take here. Yeah, this is, if I write like this. Okay, so calculation you can do in your own way. 144, if I can take common from here, 144. Okay, so so I can take 124 common here. So it means, just a moment. So let's make the calculation simpler. So it means it is actually what, 144. Okay, it means 4 plus 4 plus 1. Okay, now take the square root. So you have 12 and this 144 going outside the square root 12. That means you actually were getting 2i minus 2j minus k divided by 3. Okay, and finally you may write it as like this, 2 by 3i minus 2 by 3j minus 1 by 3k. Okay, so anyway, calculation you can do in your own way also, right? I just thought maybe you can do in this simple way. Fine. Okay, so this is the unit vector which is perpendicular to each of the vectors a plus 2b and 2a plus b. Clear? Next, going to which question we are doing? 5, 6, question number 5 we are doing. Okay, this is question number 6. Yeah, so this is one of the very important questions. Yeah, so decompose the vector 6i minus 3j minus 6k into two vectors which are parallel and perpendicular to the vector which are respectively parallel and perpendicular to the vector this. So it means we are given 6i minus 3j minus 6k. So decompose the vector this into two vectors, or you can say split the vector 6i minus 3j minus 6k into two vectors, or you can say express this vector as sum of two vectors. Okay, where one is parallel to this vector and the other one is perpendicular to this vector. So what we can do, let us take it as alpha vector plus beta vector. Okay, and alpha is parallel to I plus j plus k. Beta is perpendicular to I vector plus j vector plus k vector. Okay, so this is the simple way to understand the question. So solution 6. Yeah, so when we take this vector, given vector is alpha plus beta, alpha parallel to I plus j plus k. So if two vectors are parallel to each other. That means whenever A vector parallel to B vector, we can write A vector equal to lambda times B vector, right? So it means we can write here, since alpha, we are taking alpha vector parallel to I plus j plus k, we can write here, let alpha vector equal to lambda times I plus j plus k. Lambda is any real number, any constant, right? So this is alpha vector. And beta vector is what? Beta vector is 6i minus 3j minus 6k. Okay, minus alpha, right? So it means you can write here 6i minus 3j minus 6k minus alpha means lambda I, lambda j, lambda k. Okay, is it clear? Okay, I can write it here first to text space. Yeah, so it means this is, we are getting here 6 minus lambda into I cap. Then here it is, let me write like this, minus 3 minus lambda j cap plus minus 6 minus lambda k cap. Okay, just I wanted to write it in component form. Okay, now here you are given beta is perpendicular to I plus j plus k. It means what? Beta dot I plus j plus k equal to 0, because if two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product is 0, right? So this implies, okay, so beta vector is this and I plus j plus k. So it means 6 minus lambda minus 3 minus lambda minus 6 minus lambda equal to 0. So you are getting here 6 minus 6 cancelled, minus 3 lambda, yeah, equal to 3, lambda equal to minus 1. Okay, so after getting lambda, you can get alpha and beta. So your alpha vector is what? Alpha vector is lambda times I plus j plus k. That means minus I minus j minus k. And your beta vector is 6 minus lambda means 6 minus of minus 1. 7 I cap minus 3 plus 1 minus yes 2 j cap, then minus 6, this plus yeah, minus 6 plus 1 minus 5k. Is it clear? You can verify your answer also. You can see alpha plus beta is what? Yeah. So you can verify your answer also. You can see alpha plus beta. Are you getting 6i minus 3j plus, yeah, 6i minus 3j minus 6k? Are you getting this? Yeah, done. So it means you can cross check your, you can verify your answer from here also, whether your answer alpha beta are correct or not. So alpha plus beta equal to the given vector 6i minus 3j minus 6k. And of course you can cross check whether alpha plus beta is equal to the given vectors. It means the given vector is decomposed into two vectors alpha and beta, and alpha is minus I minus j minus k, and beta vector is 7i cap minus 2j cap minus 5k cap. So whenever we are writing I, j, k, so by default we will be taking the cap. Okay. So question number 6 is done. So now seventh question, I have taken order of the, yeah. Seventh question is, so this is again one more very good question. If alpha and sorry, if A vector and B vectors are unit vectors and theta is angle between them, then show that sine theta by 2 equal to half of magnitude of A minus B vector. Okay, so you are given sine theta by 2 equal to this. Theta is angle between them and A and B are unit vectors. So solution 7 is, we are given magnitude of A equal to 1, magnitude of B equal to 1. Okay, that is given to us. Theta is angle between them. So if I start with, suppose A minus B dot A minus B. Okay, it means this is your A minus B magnitude square. As you know, A dot A equal to magnitude of A square. So here you are getting magnitude of, I mean A minus B, A minus B. So A square plus B square minus 2AB, right? So here it will be magnitude of A square plus square of magnitude of B minus twice of A dot B. Okay, so we are getting what? So we are getting this is equal to 1 plus 1 minus 2 into magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos theta, right? A dot B. So here we are getting actually what? Magnitude of, yeah, A minus B का square. So square of magnitude of A minus B equal to 1 plus 1, 2 minus 2 cos theta. Because magnitude of A 1, magnitude of B is 1. Okay. So here we are getting this is equal to twice of 1 minus cos theta, that is equal to twice of 2 sine square theta by 2. So this implies 4 sine square theta by 2 equal to whole square of magnitude of A minus B. So it means sine square theta by 2 equal to 1 by 4 of, okay, is it clear? It means your sine theta by 2 equal to 1 by 2 of magnitude of A minus B. Okay, hence proved. So this is one of the very good question and I mean you can say important for next. Yeah. Okay, next question number 8. Find area of a triangle having the points A, B, C as its vertices. So as you know, if you are given triangle ABC, okay, so this is one adjacent side represented by vector A and the other adjacent side represented by vector B. So we know area of the triangle is half of magnitude of A cross B, where vector A is one of the sides and vector B is the other side. I mean vector A and vector B, they represent two adjacent sides of the triangle. So you can take any two adjacent sides. We are given three vertices. So when the vertices are given, solution 8, yeah, so we can take here AB vector. We can take ABBC or BCAC or ABAC, any two sides. So you can take vector joining 2 points. So it is x2 minus x1, 1 minus 1, 0 I cap, y2 minus y1 plus j cap, z2 minus z1 plus 2 k cap. This is your AB vector. So BC vector is what? 2 minus 1, yeah, into I cap, 3 minus 2, 3 minus 2, 1, yeah, j cap, then 1 minus 3, minus 2k cap. Okay, so you need area of the triangle is what? Half of magnitude of cross product of two adjacent sides, right? So here you can write, I mean AB cross BC you need. So it is IJK 0, 1, 2, 1, 1 minus 2. Okay, so you can multiply this. Yeah, I mean evaluate the determinant. So you are getting here minus 2, yeah, it is minus 4 minus j into, you can have 0 minus 2, okay, then plus k cap into 0 minus 1, okay. So it means you are getting here minus 4i plus 2j minus k. This is AB cross this. So we need what? Area. Area of triangle ABC equal to half of magnitude of AB cross BC. Okay. So half of magnitude of the cross product here, it is what? 16 minus 4 ka square plus 4 plus 1 means we are getting half of under root 21 square units. Is it okay? So when you are given what is this, so then you can take any two sides. Okay, either you take ABBC or BCAC or ABAC. No problem. Right? So take the cross product of the vectors representing two adjacent sides. Then area of the triangle is half of the magnitude of the cross product of these two vectors. Very clear? Okay, next question is, we have taken question number 8. This is your question number 9. Okay, so you are given let A, B, C be three vectors such that magnitude of A 3, magnitude of B 4 and magnitude of C 5, and each one of them being perpendicular to the sum of the other two. Find magnitude of A plus B plus C. So this is also very interesting question. Yeah, so you are given the magnitudes. Let me write it. A 3, magnitude of B is 4, magnitude of C is 5. And each one of them is perpendicular to sum of the other two. It means we are given A perpendicular to B plus C. So it means what? A dot B plus C equal to 0. So it means A dot B plus A dot C equal to 0. Similarly, we are given B vector perpendicular to C plus A. So dot product of these two equal to 0. So B dot C plus B dot A equal to 0, and C vector perpendicular to A plus B. So dot product of C and A plus B 0. So C dot A plus C dot B equal to 0. Okay, so we are getting three equations, right? So A dot B equal to B dot A dot C equal to C dot A, B dot C equal to C dot B. So if we add the three, we can write here from 1, 2 and 3. You are getting twice of A dot B plus B dot C plus C dot A equal to 0. Right? If you add 1, 2, 3, I mean equation 1, 2 and 3, you are getting like this. Okay, so we are given A, B, C, magnitude of these three vectors given. We want A plus B plus C magnitude. So it means we can start with A plus B plus C square of the magnitude, which is A plus B plus C. Yeah. Okay. A plus B plus C. Okay, we are taking like this dot product of A plus B plus C and A plus B plus C, which is equal to, so it is just like no A plus B plus C whole square, right? So you know what to do here. So I am just writing directly magnitude of A square plus square of magnitude of B plus square of magnitude of C plus twice of A dot B, B dot C, C dot A. Okay, so now you can see, so this is 0, we have already proved it. So it means we are getting what? Magnitude of A, square of this 9 plus square of magnitude of B 16 and this is 25. Means we are getting 50, right? So it means we have A plus B plus C, A plus B plus C. Magnitude is under root 50. That is equal to 25 means we are getting here 5 into root 2. Okay. So is it clear? Okay. Next question, as we are towards the end of this thing. So question number 10. So this is maybe you can say, yeah. So this question can be in 1 marker also. Even it is very short. I mean to give in 2 marks. So find the value of P for which vectors this and this are parallel. So as we know, when you have A vector is A1i plus B1j plus C1k, B vector is A2i plus B2j plus C2k. So A vector parallel to B vector, so is A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. You know this? Okay, so we can write here, let it be A vector and let this be B vector. Okay, now, yeah, we can write just single line. Yeah, A vector parallel to B vector implies what? 3 by 1 equal to 2 by minus 2p equal to 9 by 3. This implies what? 3 equal to minus 1 by p. Okay, or you can say p equal to minus 1 by 3. That's it. Okay, so two vectors are parallel if the direction ratios are proportional, or you can say the corresponding scalar components are proportional. Okay, so last question of today's class. Vectors A, B, C are such that A plus B plus C equal to 0 vector. Okay, magnitude of A, magnitude of B, magnitude of C given to us. Find angle between A and B. Okay, so if angle between them is theta, so we are given A plus B plus C equal to 0 vector. So it means we can write here A plus B equal to minus c. Done. Okay, now squaring both sides, we can have a plus b square of b equal to, here it is square of b, so it means we can have a plus b square means it is a plus b dot a plus b. Okay, this is magnitude of c, the square. So here you can get magnitude of a square plus magnitude of b square plus twice of a dot b equal to magnitude of c. Square of this is square of 749. So here it is 9 plus 25, yeah, plus twice of magnitude of a magnitude of b cos theta equal to 49. So it means you can have, yeah, so 2 into magnitude of a is 3, magnitude of b is 5, yeah, cos theta equal to 49 minus 34, 15. So here you can say this implies if cos theta equal to 1 by 2. Okay, so theta equal to angle between A and B. Okay, we have taken A dot B, right? So theta is angle between A and B, that is pi by 3. Okay, so that is what in store for you today. So now we have taken a quite good number of questions and mostly we have covered the concepts we have studied till now. Okay, maybe in another phase we can take some more questions. Okay, for today we have to wind up the class. Thank you so much.